Hey everyone, it's technology expert Burton Kelso with Integral here, sharing another tech tip to help you get the most out of the technology in your life. Today we're talking about how you can sync your information between your web browser. That's right, courtesy of the cloud, you can take your bookmarks, passwords, and other data that you use with your popular browser and have that information appear on just about any device. In today's world, the web browser is the most important tool that you use with everything being internet related. So it's important that you can access all of your favorites and your passwords no matter what device you use. We're going to switch screens here like we always do. Take a look at your popular browser and see how that you can get that information to sync back and forth. Let's take a look. Or maybe not. There we go. All right. So we've got Internet Explorer, and we want to take this to a full screen here. We've got Internet Explorer as the first browser, and we'll move the Integral logo so that you can see that a little bit better. There you go. Syncing favorites and data with the Microsoft Edge and Internet Explorer. Now, the syncing feature works more with Microsoft Edge than it does with Internet Explorer. And how do you get that to work? Pretty darn simple. Let's right click and let's switch screens and switch programs and get to our desktop. So there's our start menu. So showing you from a screenshot, you basically can just go into sync your settings, which you can find under a Windows computer. Once you go into sync your settings, you can go ahead and turn on sync your settings. Now, one of the things that you have to do with sync your settings is that you have to be logged on to a Microsoft account. So let's go to switch programs, go and type in sync your settings. So once we click that in, there is the device syncing with my Microsoft account. And once I turn sync my settings on, all of my favorites and bookmarks will automatically go back and forth. Now it's a little bit more complicated on a Windows computer because you have to have a Microsoft account. So let's go back to switch programs and let's go to control panel, if I can type it in correctly. Once we're in the control panel on Windows, then you can go to user accounts. Once we're under user accounts, you can make changes to my account under PC settings. Once that's up, as you can see, there's my smiling face. There's me logged in with a Microsoft account, and then I can go into Microsoft account. Now under Windows 10, you can also set up a local account, which means that your information is not synchronized to the cloud. But when your computer is set up with a Microsoft account, that means that your Windows settings and your browser settings will go back and forth between your computer and the cloud, which is what you want, right? Right. So moving on, let's move on to something a little bit simpler, and that is Safari. So you can sync your settings with Safari from Apple. Pretty simple, right? You just need to go into iCloud and you need to go into internet accounts and make sure that you tell it that you want to merge your bookmarks and reading list with iCloud. And as you can see, one of the settings there is Safari. You click that, and once you merge or log into your Macintosh using your iCloud account, then your information will automatically sync back and forth between your computer. Now, one of the challenges with Windows computers and Macintosh computers is that you do have to sign up with an online account in order to make sure that your information is going to sync back and forth. So Windows users and Apple users, you probably should sign in with an account to get the most function out of using your Windows and Macintosh computer. Next on our list is Google Chrome. Now the following three browsers, Chrome, Firefox, and Opera, are a little bit easier because it's just a matter of going into that account and making sure that you have signed up with an account. So switching back to our screen, under Chrome, you just need to go into settings and then you can set up sync. So seeing that live on the computer, let's open up Google Chrome. So it's just a matter of going to settings, and notice how I strategically had this go to the Integral website. But you just go into settings in Chrome, which is the menu off to the upper left hand corner. or excuse me, right-hand corner. So there, you go into settings. Oops, we clicked on help. Once you go into settings, it will ask you to sign on with um, your Google account, and you want to make sure that sync is on, so that way it syncs everything, just so that you know everything in Chrome, passwords, themes, wallpaper, apps, you name it, is going to synchronize that across all of your devices. So it doesn't matter what computer you have Chrome installed. It could be you could start off on a Windows computer and then decide you want to use Chrome on a Mac. As long as you sign on to that Chrome account uh, in your browser, it will automatically synchronize your information. Um, and it also comes in handy to sync your browsers when you're switching computers too. Next on our list is Firefox, and you can sync your bookmarks and data with Firefox. So it's the same thing, matter of going in and setting up a Firefox account. You go in, you set up an account, choose what you want to synchronize, and it'll do it. So looking at Firefox, it's just a matter of going to Tools and then Options. Once you're under Options, you want to go down to Firefox account. Once you're under Firefox account, you want to connect with a Firefox account, and it will automatically take all of those settings with you. Signing in with the Firefox account is pretty darn simple. You just create an account using an email address and create a password, and it will automatically allow you to synchronize your Firefox account. Pretty darn simple, right? I thought so. You shouldn't have any problem setting all of this up. And last but not least is the one of the more lesser known browsers, which is Opera. Opera, you can sync your bookmarks and data with Opera. Pretty darn simple. You just go to advanced synchronization settings and turn on bookmark settings and allow that to sync. Seeing that in person, you just open up Opera, which I have Opera here in the corner. We just go to settings. Once we go to settings, then you can go, oh, I know I was going to lose this here. We go to browser. There you go. So I went, there's basic settings. There's browser. You can sign in browsing data with an Opera account. Once you set up an Opera account, it'll automatically synchronize your information between devices. So pretty darn simple. So Windows and Macintosh users, make sure that you sign up with an account before you synchronize that information. If you don't use the built-in browsers in Windows, meaning you're using Edge, or if you have a Macintosh and you're using Safari between devices, then it's easy as far as setting up an account with either Firefox, Chrome, or Opera. As always, if you've got comments or questions, leave them in the comments section below. Would love to hear from you to find out what tech tips you'd like to see in future videos. And speaking of videos, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and check us out on all of the social media networks out there. And be sure to visit integralcomputerconsultants.com and check out our blog. It comes out once a week, and all of those resources provide tech tips and tricks and cybersecurity alerts designed to help you get more from the technology that you use in your day-to-day or business life. As always, take care of yourself and do many things to make you smile. And thanks for watching.